Good evening and welcome to Child Point of View. This is my co-host Jayla, and she's going to be opening up with prayer.
God, if we did anything unpleasing to you, please forgive us.
Amen.
We ask you to bless each and every one of us. We ask you to bless us with the things that we need. We ask you to bless us ones that don't have anything. We ask you to bless them with the home, food, drinks, and everything that they need. We thank you for the clothes that you put on our back and the shoes that you put on our feet. We thank you that you feed us every day and that you wake us up every day. We thank you for Miss Margaret, and we ask you to keep on giving her the strength that she needs to continue the program. We thank you for getting us through a new year, and we thank you that we can continue doing this show. And we ask you that anybody that is in a hospital unhealed, we ask you to heal them. And we ask you to open everybody's heart and keep on donating so that we can continue all of our programs. Amen.
Amen. Amen. And amen.
So now we'll let our hosts introduce themselves.
I'm Matt Den, the State Attorney General.
And I'm Pastor Sandra Lacey, founder of Rosa Sharon Family Ministries in the city of Wilmington.
And I'm Sherry Dorsey Walker, very engaged in community and love our babies.
Now we will let our guests ask us questions.
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can I first say how excited I am to be back? I think it's been a whole year since I was on this show. And the last time I was here, it was just Kayla and 2 other students, and now there's like 20. So it's great to see how much the show has grown. And Minister Guy, we're just really impressed with what you've done and with what these kids have done. And also I can see there's a whole range of ages, and there's some younger kids and some older kids. So I guess my question would be, maybe for one of the older kids, for the ones who are here, younger kids who are here and the ones who are watching on TV, what advice would you give them as far as doing well in school and doing well in life? What advice would you have for the younger kids?
My advice is to stay in school, stay out of drugs, and be around people who have positive vibes and not negative vibes, and want better for their life, so you can have better lives with your friends, and somebody who's going to encourage you to do better and not let you down.
Anybody else?
Me. I have to be careful who you hang out with, because a lot of times when you get older, your friends will turn on you, so it's good to know who your real friends are.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be careful who you hang with, because you never know if they might be in a gang or something.
Wow.
That's why we go to Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation.
All right.
Praise God.
I think you should stay in school because you have to learn math. Because if you don't have math, then if you go to the grocery store, you won't be able to buy groceries, and you won't know how much money you're gonna get back.
I was threatening before the show started to ask math questions, but I'm not going to do that. So can I ask one of the younger kids a question? Who's a grown up or an older kid who you really admire, and why do you really admire them? Somebody who you really admire, and why do you admire them?
My grandma, because she takes care of me, and I really love her because sometimes she lets us go on places. One time she took us to McDonald's, and
That's awesome.
here you go. My dad and my mom took me to McDonald's, and then I played, and then I had fun. And I go to school of learning and doing math and science. I like about Miss Mark because she always lets us to go to church and she feed us. Miss Murray let us go on trips and she feed us.
Miss Margaret always taking us a lot of church and go to McDonald's and go on field trips and stuff.
I admire Mrs. Margaret because she takes us on field trips. Let's go to McDonald's and have fun.
If Miss Margaret told you you had to wear an Eagles jersey instead of a Steelers jersey, would you do that?
Kind of.
Okay. I'll give somebody else a turn to ask a question.
Go ahead, Pastor Lacey.
Okay. Well, it's great to see everyone.
Hello.
And it's so great to know that you admire Pastor Guy. She's an awesome woman, so I think we need to give her a hand clap. So with that being said, we just celebrated a new year. We came into 2018, and as we know, many people make New Year's resolutions. So I want to know if any of you made any resolutions for what you want to do to see your life improve in this coming year. So anyone can answer. Go ahead.
My resolution is to go all the way back to Florida again with Minister Margaret.
All right. Go back in Florida.
My
Florida.
resolution is we can go Poconos again this year and go to Florida.
All right.
I think
my New Year's resolution is getting all A's in my math class.
All right.
And getting all
Good
A's
for
in
you.
writing. My resolution is to see my nephew's birthday.
Great.
my resolution is to go back to school. My resolution is to go back to school and get A's and B's for my math.
Right.
I don't have
You don't have a resolution.
my revolution is to get in science and social studies to get A's.
My revolution, New Year's revolution, is to do better in school and be more respectful and be around people who are going to encourage me and going to follow me, like who going to support me through my dreams or whatever. And like, yeah.
Good answers.
My New Year's resolution is to try harder because things are only getting more difficult for me, especially math.
My New Year's resolution was to teach my community around me more about God and stuff, because sometimes they're always mad and sad, but it's better to show them the bright side.
I'm with you.
Well, I have a question for all of you. On Monday, we shall be celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. What has Minister Guy taught you about Dr. Martin Luther King, and what can you teach me about him?
Well, Minister talked about Black history from Martin Luther King is he worked for the civil rights, and I think she taught us about Ruby Bridges too, when she was the first Black person to walk in an all-white school.
Nice. Very nice.
Martin Luther King, he take care of the city.
That Martin Luther King, he has stood up for his rights and made everything equal, because Black people should be treated like white people, because white people was being treated as they was rich and all that, and black people was treated poor, and like nobody should be treated like that. Everybody should be treated equal because everybody is the same but different.
That's right. Very nice answer. All of you.
Martin Luther King was the one who gave us our freedom. He didn't think white people were mean or anything. He thought everybody was just good, but some people just didn't see that, and he fought for our freedom so everybody could live equally. And the golden rule states that treat others how you wanted to be treated, and he treated others that way, so everybody had equal rights.
Very nice.
And Martin Luther King's speech called "I Have a Dream," he told us about his speech made us who we are, including to make everybody equal, no matter what.
And he led a march so people could have freedom no matter what your color is or what your gender is. You always have equal rights to do what you feel.
Luther King, based off what Minister Guy has taught you.
I help people, and even if people, I have white friends and black friends, and we all treat each other equally, and we all get along. Like, we all share our stuff. We like bring stuff out to play, and we'll all come out to play, and we'll have fun. And especially at school, we'll all play together at recess when we have time. But otherwise, we do our work because it's the right thing to do, and so we get our time to play.
Anybody else?
How I live my life like he did. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I don't treat nobody different from the rest because at the end of the day, we all in it together. We go to school together. We see each other outside of school, and like I'm not finna fight with somebody because of their skin color or their gender or their sexuality. I'm still gonna love you for you because it don't matter what's on the outside, it matters what's on the inside.
Very nice. Thank you.
I have an answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Something important that Miss Margaret taught me was that no matter what you do, you can accomplish your dream.
Yes.
If you just keep on trying, if you stay in school.
Yes.
She taught you right. How about you?
So let me ask, I think we're taking a break pretty soon. Let me ask one question about school, because sometimes people don't ask kids about school. If you could change one thing about your school to make it better, what would it be? I'll ask you two. If you could change one thing about, you're in 5th grade?
Yeah.
If you could change one thing about your school to make it better, what would it be?
It would be the way teachers explain the work, because, well, in my teacher, she'll teach us one thing for one day, and then we'll have like a test or a quiz on it the next day, and some people can't understand. People work at different paces. So when someone like needs help, like I try to help them as much as I can, and if there are quizzes, like I usually help them before the quiz, or I help them like the day before we even have it.
Great.
One thing I would change about my school would be bullying and vandalism, because in my friend said that her name was written in the girl's bathroom about Jesus, how Jesus is good and stuff, but she said that she didn't do it, somebody else did it to her. So I would really work on trying to stop vandalism and bullying, because there has been a lot of fights on buses at the school. So, like, and there's been a lot of parents been called because of that. So, and the parents had them been getting really angry.
Wow. So, Kayla and Jayla, questions for you. Do you see yourself as great mentors to the other youth in your school and in your community, and even with the other children with Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation?
Well, I am in a program at my school for the 5th graders. It's called the Big E. And on Wednesdays and Fridays in the morning, after I finish my morning work and eat my breakfast, I go to a mentoring at this 1st grader to help him with his work that he has to finish in the morning.
Excellent.
Usually,
Excellent.
what I do is I go to like kindergarten classes or other 5th grade classes
Good for you.
and help them out and, you know, like teach them what they need. So, because there's like a lot of kids in classrooms, especially kindergarten. There's kids running around and the teacher's trying to deal with one child, and then there's other ones throwing desks and throwing crayons and yeah.
So you help them to recognize that that's not the way to go, huh?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. So we all should be mentoring someone or helping someone.
You two appear to be very peaceful. How do you encourage other students to be peaceful in school?
Well, I try to be a good role model for them, like what you're supposed to do in school and what you're not supposed to do in school. Cause one time we had expectation centers and I was in it, and we did the bad thing and then how to correct ourselves.
Thank you.
I do the same too.
You do the exact same. Well, thank you, Jayla and Kayla, for being great citizens.
Yes.
So we will be back after a quick break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to A Child's Point of View. Now we will have Justin giving a few words of encouragement.
You should always keep the devil under your feet, because if you keep the devil in your mind, he will make you get in bad. You'll get in trouble sometimes. You'll get in trouble all the time. Plus, if you keep joining the big fish in your head, it'll make you do many good things. And plus, if you keep God in your mind, he'll give you good things. Like, you never know what you're gonna get good from him. So if you do good things, you'll get better. If you get good things, you will be better as yourself and always be yourself. God's always told people to be themselves, never be like other people.
Thank you, Justin. Now we will introduce our one new guest, and they will continue asking us questions.
My name is Theo Gregory. I'm an attorney, and I'm the founder and executive director of a nonprofit called Student Disabilities Advocate, Inc. here in the city of Wilmington.
Thank you.
Y'all may continue asking us questions.
Okay. I'll go first since I'm sitting here, right?
Okay.
And I'm the only man up here, so I'm gonna take the privilege of the floor. Is that all right?
All right with us.
Okay. How many of you know what a police officer does? How would you define what a police officer does in your community? I'd be curious to know, and that might come from the older or the younger students. What does a police officer do, or what should a police officer do? It's two different questions. How do you see police officers?
How do I see police officers? When there's a robbery or a crime, the police officers will rush out of the building and try to see who did the crime and what happened at the crime. And sometimes they'll grab detectives to get clues from the person.
So their job is to stop crimes and to investigate and find out who did the crime.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? You young man.
Police officer is there to keep the streets safe
Police
How,
officer.
how do they do that? How do they keep the streets safe from criminals?
He
Sitting on
locked
the
up.
corners and watching out on every block because the state of Delaware has a lot of crimes.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
A police officer is where
I can't hear you.
a police officer is they just look out for people's safety, and they just like keep an eye on the blocks that has a lot of crime on them.
This young lady, you go ahead.
A police officer, like they said, they stop crime when time is needed. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of police officers that it's like some police officers, they don't care, as in like a lot of people perspective, and they call them ops, but they really just trying to stop the crime.
I'm sorry, say that again.
They call them ops, like snitching.
Oh, okay.
Like, but at the end of the day, it's your fault. They just trying to lock you up and make sure you're not doing nothing bad. Like, you get me?
Okay. And the young man beside you, when we go to him, you have to speak up.
What a police officer does is make our place a better place.
Make our place a better place. Anybody can go.
A police officer keeps the drugs away from us.
Keeps the drug away from us.
The
What
police
if you have a
officer.
dog up a tree or a cat up a tree? Does a police officer help you with that?
They come and get our cat.
They do that. You go ahead.
Come and get our cat out of the tree.
Okay, something nice
Get
like
a
that. You
dog.
go ahead.
What a police officer is supposed to do is that they are supposed to make us safe and make us feel safe in our environment. But in my opinion, sometimes police officers, they don't really deal with the situation sometimes. So I think they need to kind of like help us a little more, like help us a little more with the situation, so that everybody feels safe in their environment.
Let me ask you this, and then I'm going to pass the mic on. Let's say if a police officer is just walking down the street in your neighborhood, should you talk to that police officer? Should the police officer talk to you? And why? Should you talk to him? Should you not talk to him? And then I'm going to ask the follow-up question. If you don't answer, why? You want to answer?
They should talk to you because they might ask you, like, has anything been going on in school or like around the neighborhood?
Yeah. Anybody else?
I think you.
I can't hear you.
I think you should talk to the cop officer if something's going wrong in your neighborhood. I think you should talk to
What if
them.
nothing's going wrong?
Then you don't have to talk to the police
Okay.
officer.
Okay. Good.
Well, yesterday I was in my community and I saw a police officer standing on the corner or sitting in his vehicle. And I stopped my vehicle and rolled it down the window and I looked over and I said, I would just want to say thank you so much for looking after our community. And it just made me feel really well to let him know that I appreciated the fact that he was patrolling the community, making sure that we're safe. So I think in what Mr. Gregory is saying to us, it's important to look at the things that they do. They are there to help us in the community. So my question to you is, what can you do to make your community a better place?
Go around the community with solid violence prayer chain and do it.
We're going to put a new rule in place. This is what I do. If you don't speak up, we're not going to talk to you.
Okay.
So you have to speak up. Outside voices. Come on. Speak up.
I would do a sermon
Okay.
around the community with Stop the Violence prayer chain.
All right.
Okay.
Good for you.
Real good. Speak up.
I was
Wow.
I would do I would look around the whole community. If there's a robbery, I would have locked them up.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You got to speak up. You young lady in the middle, they're looking for you to call on.
I would clean up trash around, and look and like take a walk sometimes to see what's going on, and see if anyone's getting into fights or doing stuff that isn't allowed, or if someone's in trouble, I would help them, and if I can't help them, I would call the police and see if they can help.
Okay. This young lady over here wants to answer. Did you say you wanted to answer, Jayla? No. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Go ahead, young man with your hand raised.
To help my community, because sometimes my friends, sometimes they see like there's someone who steals from, like, because we live next to Walmart, there's someone who steals from Walmart, and like my friends go and talk to them, but sometimes I come up to them and be like, don't talk to anyone that like steals stuff, because if they steal anything and you join them, I don't want you getting in trouble, because that won't be very good for you.
Young lady right here on the front row with your hand raised.
Speak up.
I would go around to look and see if anything's happening that's not supposed to be happening. Then if anything happens, I will call 911, because I won't do it by myself. I call 911 so they can deal with it.
Smart girl. Good answer, young lady.
I'll be kind to when I see something going bad, I'll call 911.
Good for you, young man with the Steelers shirt on.
I will go around pick up trash to keep my community clean.
All right, good for you.
I will pray because my community needs it the most.
All right, very good.
God bless you.
Very good.
I will do is to clean all the people's yards up.
All right, can you come and clean mine?
I'll pick up trash from my backyard and next to my friend's backyard.
Didn't you go once already?
Yes, you did.
I would go around my block to see if any trouble is going on, and then if there's none, I'll ask my mom if we could go somewhere and see if there's any more crime going on, and if there is, I'll call cops.
So, question for all of you. A little bit earlier, we talked about Dr. Martin Luther King. And one of you mentioned, what's your name, sweetheart? You said you would pray for your community?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, my name is Kanaya.
Kanaya? So, Kanaya, you said you would pray for your community, and that's what Dr. King was about, civil rights and prayer and keeping God first. What does that mean in your life, prayer and keeping God first?
Prayer, to me, is a way to ask for forgiveness, or if I need something, if I need help, if I need guidance for something, that is important to me. And God is also important to me because He's my leader and He's somebody I look up to.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
The Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation keeps you guys busy, a lot of activities. And I want you, what would you be doing if you were not with the Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation in the times that you were there? You can go ahead, Kiara. I'm talking to the sister of Kiara.
It's okay. I would be at home right now, probably getting on my brother's nerves.
Okay. Young lady? It's a great t-shirt. What would you be doing?
I will be helping my mom cook or sleep or play with my nephew because he's very cute.
Young lady right here. You go ahead. If you got the mic, just go. I'm not going to call on you. Just go ahead, go.
I would be... Wait, what was the question again?
What would you be doing? Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation keeps you guys busy. A lot of activities and a lot of things to do. If there was no Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation, what would you do? Well, and you can say right now, or
doing drugs.
Wait.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll have to talk. We're going to spend some time afterwards.
So
I got it. I got it.
Right.
I got it. I got
So
it.
let's make sure we
So
let's clarify that answer.
so
Let's
you-
clarify that
let's see
answer.
if we can do it.
Yeah.
Number
Let's-
34, Steelers jersey.
Why would you say that? If the program didn't exist, that's what the alternative would be in the community in which you live?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's something.
Wow.
Young lady.
So let's thank Minister Guy for having this program.
My voice is
Young lady with the red sweater on. And the rule is, if you don't speak up, you can't speak. All right?
That is wow.
If this program really didn't exist, I would go around putting no littering signs up. I would make my own Stop the Violence Prayer Chain Foundation.
Young man back there in the upper left. Then we'll come back.
I would make sure there is no Stop the Violence prayer chain. If there's none, I'll make sure forever there's never a one.
You go ahead, Martin Luther. All right. Young lady over here.
I would be home playing on my tablet.
You'll play on your tablet. Young man behind you in the blue.
I would be playing on my PS3.
PS what?
3.
Oh, none of it. Young lady
It's
over
a
here in the red,
PlayStation 3.
red sweater.
I would be home playing with my cousin Gigi, that's right here, and with my cousin Azan.
Okay. And in the black with the Stop the Violence Prayer Chain t-shirt.
I'll be home making things better for me and like writing down what I need to get my life together and all that, or making
I
raps.
can't hear you. You're talking fast.
I'll be going home making things better for me in my life and like what do I need to do so I can be successful in like who I want to be and all that, and like making raps and all that.
Okay, now I'm a lawyer.
And
So
all
when you
that?
answer a question, I kind of drill down deep. Ask another question. How would you be making life better for you?
Like what do I need to do to be successful?
Well, what is it? What would you be doing? Am I being unfair with my question? I'm trying to make you think.
You said, what you say again?
You said I would be home making my life better for me. That's a general statement. Then you got to go to the next level and figure out how would you be doing that? Studying homework? What would you do? I'm too much of a lawyer.
Right, yes.
I think you have to make a plan.
Yes.
Sit down and make a plan and set some goals for
Right.
yourself.
Okay. You
So
want
you-
to ask a question?
you ask.
You in
So-
the blue, you might as well go ahead while we get our question together.
I'll watch my sister when my mom got shot right.
So you help your mom. Okay.
Okay, so
Wait a minute.
let's think about the plans that we want to make. We're in 2018 now. After a while, some of you will be grown and, going on to college or whatever. Thinking about what you want to do with your future is really important for you right now. So you've got to start making plans. So get your tablets at home. Some of you got electronic tablets. Start making plans. Start setting goals for your future and some of the things that you would like to do. So go ahead, young lady, share with us what you want to share.
My first goal is to try to get into high school and go to one of the top 10 colleges.
All right, good for you. Okay, Steelers, young man with the 34
You.
on. He needs his mic.
I'd be at home making my grades better at school, like all A's.
Good for you. Awesome. Young lady in the red. The first one next to you, and then the next one in the red.
How I would make my goals better is to either get A's or B's. If I get E's, I will feel bad, but I'm not going to be a whiner because I'm just going to try working hard next time.
Good for you. Good
Amen.
for you.
Amen.
Good for you. Yes.
What's an E?
Go ahead, sister.
I would be at school trying to move my grade up to 5th grade.
All right. What grade are you in now?
3rd grade.
Third. Okay. All right. You want to advance. Young man with your hand raised with the straight plaid shirt on. Go ahead.
I would actually make a living, help my parents cook,
Okay.
and then when I'm in college, I'm going to help my brothers and sisters with their homework.
Good for you. Good for you. Young man on the first level with your hand up. Go ahead. Get the mic. Get the mic.
I'm gonna do nothing. Only I'm gonna do is my homework. You get my grade up to 12th grade.
Gonna get your grades up. Good for you. Young man in the back.
Me, I would be at school getting good grades, and me as I grow up, I want to have my own company, fashion company and shoes. So like, I want it to be for everyone. So I like analyze everybody in my class, see what everybody likes, because it's all different types of people. So I can make something for exactly everyone, so everybody can be happy.
Good for you. This young lady over here has an answer for us about her goals.
So my first goal is to be successful in college and throughout my rest of my education that I need to get. And I would also like to be a pastor.
Wow.
Awesome.
Because Miss Margaret inspires me to be one. And
Fantastic.
my teacher, my science teacher, she's really good at teaching us science. I want to be a scientist. And my dad and my mom, like my mom bakes a lot and my dad cooks a lot. So I kind of want to do culinary arts.
Good for
too.
you. That's awesome.
So my goal is to make it through elementary, then go to middle and successfully go to college. And I wanted to do a major in arts because I like cooking and I like making things. So
That's
I would
good.
like to have my own bakery and then I can use my arts.
Excellent. Excellent
Before
answer.
we
So
go
you
to
talk
mid-
about being an artist. I'm a filmmaker by trade. So I own a company called SWAT Productions LLC, and that's Sisters with a Purpose. So I love to hear young people talk about the arts and being engaged in the arts. What would you like to do with the arts? And you talked about being in culinary. And how else would you like to incorporate the arts into your life?
You know, like just making things like little designs or like big pictures that are meaningful and making people happy and like to express myself in a different way. And yeah.
Good.
It's an outstanding answer. Thank you.
Yes, you, if you don't mind. I don't want to dominate this thing, you know.
That's what you do. We know you to be the dominator, but we still love you.
No, look. I want to ask this question about bullying, right?
Good question.
Okay.
You're the right person to ask that question too.
And I'm the right person to ask
Yes.
that question because I've always been bullied. Okay. If you see someone bullying somebody or you notice someone is being bullied, what, if anything, should you do? Wow. All the way to the back. We're going to go from the back across and come down. You go first. And speak up.
If it's one of my friends, like one of my very good friends, I would tell them to chill because that's not accurate because there's really no sense of bullying because what did the person ever do to you? So I'll be like, chill, bro, because that's really no
So
reason.
you answered it from the perspective of stopping the person doing the bullying,
Yes.
not the person who's the victim of the bullying. That's fine. The next guy.
I would go to a teacher and tell them, or either stop whatever's going on, because you wouldn't want to be treated that same way if they was treating you.
So you did it from the perspective of the bullied. The next young man.
I would go tell a teacher, or I would try to talk the person out of bullying him. Like, you don't have to bully him. What if it was you getting bullied?
Okay. Both perspectives. Young lady. You know, you sit up there looking like a queen.
Don't she?
It's like, I got this. But go ahead.
So what I would do is first I would talk to the person who's bullying and say, why are you bullying? And ask what did the person do to you? And then once, if the bully goes away and realizes that they're doing it for no reason, and if the bully goes away, then I would ask the person if they're okay or if they're hurt. And then if they are hurt, I'll call 911 or I'll get my mom and see what she can do.
Next person. If you don't want to answer the question and you're next in line, just skip over you.
For us, like in our school, there's some bullies all over our schools, so we gotta speak up and make sure that until the bully starts, we gotta ask what's going on until we gotta tell the teachers, because if we tell the students and they didn't feel like telling the teachers, you gotta tell them to chill out because they really need to be kind and not be more than mean to others.
Good. Next young lady. Now, if you don't want to do it, we just keep moving. But and the reason I'm going down the line, and I'm sorry, because all of you put your hands up, and I'm a bully. So.
If I see bullying, somebody getting bullied, I will go tell the administrator or teacher and see if they can stop the person that's getting bullied and see if they can handle the situation.
Okay. Young lady?
If I see someone getting bullied, I would see if it's a verbal or physical fight. Because if it's a physical fight, then I would get a teacher or I would call an ambulance. But if it's verbal, I would tell the bully to stop, and then I would ask the person, like, what happened.
Good. Who else wants to go? If you got your hand up now, young.
Hold on. Are you on?
What I would do, I would tell him to just walk away. It would be because it would be the right thing to do.
Okay.
If I see somebody get bullied, I'm going to automatically break it up because nobody should get bullied. Like, that's unfair, and you wouldn't be wanting to be treated like that and, like, ask what's going on, why you doing this, and all that.
Good.
If I saw somebody getting bullied, I would not go to the teachers because nowadays the teachers do not help when it comes to bullying. So, sometimes, because my friends know I do not tolerate bullying. It could be anybody, not even just my friends. It's not okay.
Okay, good.
If one of my friends were being bullied, I would stick up to the bully and stop the bullying and ask my friends if they're okay.
Okay. Young lady in the gray t-shirt, sweatshirt, did you want to speak? If not, just pass it down.
What I would do to stop the bully is, if it's a fight like at my daycare, it was about to be a fight. This boy pushed Elijah pushed this boy named Arjula to a chair. Then I was about to throw the chair at him. So I just tried to hold him down and make him calm.
That's good. That's good.
Before the fight even
Who's
started.
next? That's good. Who?
If my friend was getting bullied, I'll stick up with him, and then the bully will go away, and I'll ask him, is he okay? And if he's okay, we'll shake on it, and then I'll go talk to the bully and say,
That's good. I like that shake on it.
what happened?
Who's next? And then if you don't want to speak, just keep it going.
I would talk to the man that got hurt. I would say, ain't you okay? I'll give him.
I can't hear you.
I would talk to the one that got hurt. I would say, ain't you okay? And I would give him a high five, and I would have told the teacher on the bully.
Okay.
What I would do if he was bullying me, if he was bullying me, I would just step away and play with another friend. If somebody be mean to my friend, I'll say, stop, I don't like that. If you do it again, I'm gonna tell.
Good.
I would stand up to bullies. If the bully gets bullied, I'd be like, if you get bullied, that doesn't mean you have to go around bullying somebody else. You have to tell somebody, even if you feel sad. You have to tell a grown-up.
She was talking to me and you.
If I see someone getting bullied, I would talk to the person that is bullying the other person and ask them what is wrong and why they're bullying them, and then I would help. If I was bullied, I would tell them, if somebody else was bullied, I would tell them, stop bullying. It's not it's not right to bully somebody else.
Stop bullying. Very
Look,
good.
look,
Very
but
good.
This is
Very good.
This is what I want to say, and then we'll move on. There is a state law that says that the schools have to provide an environment that's bully-free. So, when you said you don't go to the teachers and the administrators are supposed to be controlling that. So you can't take it under your wings to do something about it, but go tell your parents. Go tell your parents, because there is a state law that says the environment in school should be bully-free so that people can learn. I'm sorry.
Oh, can I answer?
Go ahead.
So the first thing I would do is break it up, and then I would go tell an administrator or teacher. And then myself would go to the bully and tell him that he or her needs to apologize, and that they should pray so that God will come into them and the devil will flee from them.
Amen.
Fantastic. All right.
Young lady?
In my school, like maybe 1 or 2 months ago, we're in 7th grade. The boy kept getting bullied by the same boy, and he got so upset, and he grabbed the chair and threw it at him.
Mm-hmm.
And the teachers had to hurry up and grab the boy from hurting him because he couldn't take his bullying anymore.
So we've talked a lot about bullying, and we thank the Lord for finding out that is a no tolerance policy in the schools by Mr. Gregory. So with that being said, how would you be a better friend in school? Young lady?
Whenever I see someone getting bullied, like I'll see people down. I'll be like, what's wrong? Because like I'm like the type of person, like if we're not cool, but you need help, I'm gonna be there for you.
Good for you.
It's always like that.
Good for you. So you would help them? Good. That would make you the better friend. Good answers.
Yes.
Good answers.
The way I can stop bullying is if somebody's getting bullied, because if my friends get bullied like Noah or Karan or Najee or any of my friends get bullied, I'm going to say, why are you bullying my friends? It's not cool, man. Then I'm going to stop bullying. That's not right.
Very good. Thank you for your answers.
I'll give a shout out to my family and Mr. Reed.
All right. He wants to give a shout out. Good for you. Okay, so where are we going now?
I have a quick question for you. What can you teach me about being a good citizen, in particular in the city of Wilmington? And I think I'm going to go with my fashion designer right here.
To be a good citizen is like, say, Delaware has a lot of good places that not many people have, but the workers of Delaware, like say, the lawyers and stuff, like the attorney of Delaware, thank them. Like every time you go somewhere, thank them, because our teachers told us, the lunch ladies, we never appreciate them and how hard they're working.
You said
So
lawyers?
Yes. So we should appreciate the people who take care of Delaware and say thank you when like you're at like, say if we go to a restaurant, say thank you to them.
Miss Margaret would like to say a few words.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to say how proud I am of all the children. They make me so proud. I mean, it just amazes me when, they're out like this and you get to really basically see them in action.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my God, did they remember that?
Yes.
This stuff is sticking.
It is.
And it's like mirroring me through them, you know, if you understand what I'm
Yes,
saying.
exactly. You're imparting.
And it just makes me so proud that they love the Lord.
Yes.
And it just does. It makes me so proud. And I just thank God for allowing us to have another year. This is our second year with these babies. Yes. And I thank each and everybody that really helped us. Alan Spiro here, I'm going to give him the mic. He's been by my side the whole time, you know, helping out, along with Theo Gregory. Pastor Lacey, you're at the building with me, and you make sure that you help out when you can with the children. Sherry Dorsey, you know, we go way back, a long way back.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here.
Thank you for the invite.
Okay, it was a lot of fun. I got to say, these kids are brilliant, bright minds, bright young minds who have a lot to say. And I just loved all the answers that we got tonight. And it's a real privilege to be working with Margaret and the Stop the Violence Prayer Chain organization. And thanks to our guests and the staff here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. Have a blessed night, everyone. See you next time.